Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast today is brought to you by our Patreon page. Visit patreon.com/Gear Network. That's Patreon, patreon.com/GERE Network. And look over the memberships to subscribe. For as little as $1 a month, you could receive this podcast and every other podcast from January 1st of 2020 onward, completely commercial-free, as well as advanced releases of every podcast. If you sign up for as little as $3.50 or more, you not only get that tier, but you also get exclusive podcasts, exclusive content, including the brand new GNE podcast, Gear Network exclusive podcast, starring me, John Cimino, of course. So, again, patreon.com/Gear Network, completely commercial-free and exclusive content. Do it right now for as little as $1 a month.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
Coming to you live from the Gear Network studios in Rochester, New York. This is the JC Money Show with your host, John Cimino, a.k.a. JC Money. And now, here's John.
Happy Saturday, everybody. Just wanted to hop on the hot mic for a quick minute for a nice little JC Money Show blurb here, because today, March 21st, 2020, I have literally had no less than seven phone calls from quote-unquote Apple support. And I was fortunate enough to get another one on and have them and drag them along through the rigmarole of my usual shtick when it comes to doing these phone calls for about 8 minutes. So I felt, you know what, we all need a laugh. I would like to share this with you. But before I go ahead and do that, this is the JC Money Show. My name is John Cimino, a.k.a. JC Money, at I am JC Money on Twitter, and you can follow me on there for really a bunch of nonsense at this point because the world is so full of nonsense. But I digress. I will say this. We are very appreciative of your support, whether you listen to the commercials start to finish on both ends of the podcasts that we put out, or if you go over to patreon.com/Gear Network and sign up for one of our memberships there, as little as $1 a month, gets you every podcast free of commercials. As little as $3.50 a month gets you all of that, plus exclusive content, exclusive podcasts that are made available to the Gear Plus membership, as well as upcoming, perhaps, video podcasts, vlogs, I guess they're called, or whatever, and different stuff that we can throw on our Patreon page as well. On today's show, ladies and gentlemen, of course, if you want to buy me a beer, PayPal at CIM1280@gmail.com. On today's show, Apple support. A number of phone calls there. Got one on here. I'm going to share it with you. Again, quick little blurb. This is a weekend funny for you. So basically what's been going on is today I got up and decided to go out and about and go on the very important hunt for essentials, because as Americans, we tend to panic very much during times of crisis. And the coronavirus thing, very much a time of crisis. And we all know this. But of all things to kind of stop... Oh, look, you know what? I am getting another Apple call right now. This is now the 6th call, so we're going to take one live here. Hold on.
Dear customer, this is Mary from Apple Support. We have found some suspicious activities in your iCloud account, that your iCloud account has been breached. Before using any Apple device, please contact the Apple Support Advisor. Press 1.
I'm going to press 1 right now.
Apple Support Advisor. Press 2. To listen.
So while this all happens here, this is now the 8th call I've gotten today from Apple support. And I was going to share... Got me in the Better Live Than Dead podcast that I recorded today as well. And now, here we are. JC Money Show. I can't go literally 30 minutes without being contacted by this bogus Apple support thing. So they're going to get Sam Jenkins. They're going to get Sam Jenkins right away with this one. The other one, they got me, but I'll share that with you folks in a little bit. But anyways, these people are going to, and they don't have the right John either. They have John Costco, which I believe is a weather guy here, a local weather guy.
Your call is in a queue and will be answered shortly.
And they hung up. Of course they hung up, because maybe they must know. Maybe they must have hit the button and see, oh, this guy's a jerk. But anyways, here's the call from earlier on. I'm sure as I air this, I'll get another one. If it's worth it, I will record it. But here is Apple support call, the actual one that went through start to finish right now on the JC Money Show.
Thank you for calling Apple. How can I help you?
Hello. Yes, I got this call here about my account possibly being breached, my Apple account. And it's a little concerning, especially in the times that we're in. So I'm hoping you can maybe help me.
So you have received the call just now?
Yes, just now. And I pressed 1 and it redirected me to you.
All right. And can you tell me when was the last time that you have signed into your Apple ID?
The last time I signed into my Apple ID?
Right.
Oh, it was about a year and a half ago.
A year and a half? So you were not signing into your Apple ID recently?
No, I haven't signed into my Apple ID recently at all. I mean, I'm calling from my iPhone, but I haven't actually signed in because I'm actually an Android user.
But it shows that you have an Apple device. You live in New York, right? Victor, New York?
No.
Mr. John?
I have a, no, my name is Mr. Franklin, but, Bill Franklin, that is, but...
I'm sorry?
My name is Bill Franklin, actually, but, regardless, no, I don't have an Apple device. I have an Android device. But I'm talking to you on an Apple device because it's my friend's Apple device.
Oh, your friend's Apple device? So this number belongs to your friend?
No, it's mine.
How is that possible?
Call forwarding.
This number belongs to Mr. John.
No, call forwarding. I'm actually,
forwarding?
yes, because I dropped my phone and it broke. So I've been forwarding calls from my Android to my friend's phone, who is my roommate that lives here, one house over from me.
Means it's your... Right, so it means it's your friend's device, right? It's not about your device.
No, it's about my device. Because his number's inactive, but mine isn't. But I forwarded my phone and my phone number to his inactive device, so his inactive device actually rings when people call my phone. So it's a phone call for me, but I haven't had an Apple device in about 2 years. But if people are signing into my account, I'm getting concerned because I mean I don't want people charging anything on my expired credit card that's on there.
Listen, no one is charging you, okay? It's not about a charge.
Oh, phew, thank God and baby Jesus. Then how can I help you?
You just need to visit the nearest Apple store.
Okay.
With your friend's Apple device and check from there.
Okay. Do you happen to know where the nearest Apple store is? Can you pull that up in your system? I'm not familiar with where the locations are.
And you just told me you're in New York, right?
Huh?
It's in Rochester, New York. It's 14616.
No, I'm actually out in Fort Myers, Florida right now. So 33904 is the zip code out here. I'm visiting some family.
And you're just telling me that you don't have an Apple device and you're receiving a call from Apple, correct?
Right. That's why I'm on the phone with you right now. Oh, God, oh, shit. Hold on, I'm sorry, go ahead. What were you saying? I dropped the phone.
Who is John?
I'm sorry?
Who is this John?
Oh, I have no idea who that is. Probably some jackass that had the number before me.
John Costco?
John Costco?
Kosko. That's the last name.
Costco is his last name?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I've ever heard of him. I've had this number for about 20 years, though.
We're trying to reach him.
Oh, I've had this number for about 20 years, so I don't really know who that is. But you know what? Anybody I've met who has a first name of John is a real royal jackass. You probably don't want to reach him anyways. I know this one guy named John. He used to be a wrestler. And he was a wrestler called JC Money, and he was a real jackass.
There's no problem in that. We will reach him through the email. We have his email, so we'll just contact it through
okay. You know what? Maybe if you email him, you can reach him. But yeah, this number is mine, Bill Franklin's. And make sure you let him know, because his first name is John, that anybody with the first name of John's a royal douche. Tell him Bill Franklin said that.
You can also contact him.
I can't contact him. I can't contact him because you have you have my number that you're trying to call him from. I don't know who he is.
I have another number.
Huh?
I have a different number for him.
Oh, well, I don't know what number you're calling, but it's mine, and I've had this number for 20 years.
I know. So
but you've called it like, but this number has called like, you know what? Why don't you call? Let's three-way call and let's get this John Costco guy on the phone here. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. It's not the first time.
You can just call his number.
Okay.
I will give you his number.
Yes, give me his number, please.
Yes, 585. 921.
That motherfucker. He has my number. That's my phone number.
I'm sorry?
That motherfucker is using my phone number. That's my phone number.
No, it's not.
I've had this phone number
That's not your number.
I've had this number for 20 years. Don't tell me what my number is. I pay my phone bill every month. Almost.
We are connected on 51. It's a different number.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not what we're connected on. Are you nuts? What's the matter with you?
We are connected on 71.
I don't know whose number that is, lady.
Number that I've just given.
No, I don't know. I don't know whose number that
right
is.
Now.
I'm not sure whose number. This is so weird.
That is your number.
This is so weird. This is so weird. I'm so. Have you seen Aladdin by chance? So as a follow-up to all of this, I actually posted on my personal Facebook about the Apple incidents here that's been happening and asked if I'm the only one that's essentially getting these calls. And my old tag team partner, Eric Everlast, from the Western New York Wrestling days, I mean, going back 20 years now at this point, we teamed up. I managed him, and we teamed on a couple of occasions and remained friends ever since. But he also has an Apple device, and he himself has had numerous calls as well. So I'm guessing they're getting all Apple users, and pretty much every Apple user that's not named John Cimino is just ignoring the calls. Now, I am doing that now as well, and I will say that as this aired, and I was sitting here kind of going through and producing it as it was airing, I had 2 more calls that I ignored, and they're out in crazy force today. But I have a feeling that I'm going to be able to be in a better position to record more and more prank calls as the quarantine happens now here, especially in New York State, where we can't really leave our homes, so got nothing better to do. Except for, when I have my kids, then I have tons of things better to do. But when I don't have my kids, I can slave over a hot microphone any day. And in fact, I will, because it's fun. And in the end, that's what it's all about, is finding ways to have fun, even in the shittiest of times, like it might be right now. Again, folks, it's very important, though, through all of this, just know we're going to get through it. We'll get through it together. Listen to the CDC and what they say. Follow that to a T so we can flatten the curve, as they tend to say, and get back to doing our normal daily things. The things that we took for granted, like going to a grocery store, like going to a restaurant, going to a bar, going to a sporting event, going out. We can do that. We just got to be cool for 3 to 6 weeks. So hopefully I can help you, and hopefully not just me with my podcast, but with the other podcasts on this network and networks abroad. We can do this. We can get through it, and we can entertain. And when it's all said and done, we can proceed to make fun of all of it. So that's going to do it for this edition of the JC Money Show here on the Gear Radio Network. Again, thank you so very much for all of your generous donations through PayPal. Those of you that have done that, again, PayPal, CIM1280@gmail.com. Throw me some money for a drink, or Patreon as well, for as little as $3.50 a month. Don't ask me to do the yearly math on that, because I can't math. You'll get that. Stop the music, stop the music, stop the music, stop the music. Here we go. One more time for the road. Why not? Hello?
Dear customer, this is Mary from Apple Support. We have... Your call is in a queue and will be answered shortly.
Welcome to Apple Support. How can I help you?
Yes, I got a message on my, I picked up the phone. It said, Apple Support, my ID compromised. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you can take a look at my account. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so now they're getting irritated. You could tell by that sigh there. Resume the music. Fuck you, Apple Support, quote unquote. This is John Cimino, aka JC Money, saying so long, everybody. Good night now. Flava Flav, one more for the Apple Support, boys, please. Yeah, boy. Hang on, one more thing before you go. Remember, listen to our sponsors following this podcast, as that does help this podcast and this network out in a way that we appreciate very, very much. So if you could just ride it out 30 to 60 more seconds after this podcast is over, listen to those commercials, it would be doing us a very, very big solid. And again, we thank you.
This has been a presentation of the Gear Radio Network. For more, log on to gearnetwork.com.
What's up, rock soldiers? This is Robbie Vegas coming at you from the All Bets Are Off podcast. If you are into horror movies, the paranormal, professional wrestling, or music, this is the place for you. We're bringing you the latest and greatest interviews in all of the above: music, horror, and of course professional wrestling. So tune in on the Gear Network, check out All Bets Are Off, rate us, like us, subscribe to us, leave us your comments, tell us what you think, and we'll catch you soon on the All Bets Are Off podcast, dropping every Sunday at noon.